Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So today's story time, in my opinion, is a pretty good one. I think you'll enjoy it. Before I jump into it, just want to say my new song "Look Back" is dropping May 14th, so a week from today. I'm gonna put the pre-save link, first link in the description. If you pre-save it, please go tweet me a screenshot on Twitter or tag me on IG. I'm gonna be trying to like every single post that I see and following every single person I see tweeting me a screenshot. So if you tweet me and I see it, I'm following you. If I don't follow you, it means I probably didn't see it, so just tweet me again. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be trying to follow back as many people as I can. So go tweet me that shit if you pre-save it. First link in the description. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. And I'm so stoked to drop this song. Like, you have no idea. Anyway, let's jump into today's story time. Today's story time is about the time that somebody's ex-girlfriend broke into my house and I caught them doing it. Not my ex-girlfriend, my brother's to be specific. My brother, he's got to be like the number one human being on planet Earth that has dated the most crazy people ever. Like, you think the story times I tell about crazy girls or something, you should hear some of his. He should make his own story time channel. I wish he would, honestly. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to tell one of those stories today. Now, this all starts off as a normal day. I was 14 years old, sitting in my room, playing some Call of Duty, not really doing a whole lot. Just basically enjoying my day. It was a weekend, you know, it was a nice summer weekend as well. So, no school, nothing to worry about, no priorities other than just playing Call of Duty and hanging out with my friends. And my brother comes in my room while I'm playing COD and he's like, yo, guess what? I was like, what? He goes, I just broke up with Sabrina. Now, her name wasn't actually Sabrina, the girl that he was dating, but I'm just going to give her that name for the sake of the story. He goes, yeah, I just broke up with Sabrina. And I was like, no shit, really? He's like, yeah, man, finally. Now, let me give you a little backstory on Sabrina, my brother's girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend. This girl was scary, okay? Like, he had been dating her for a few months, and every single time I would see her, they'd either get into an argument, and she'd start breaking his shit, or she'd, like, threaten him, and she was just, like, a terrifying individual. And every time I'd ask him, like, bro, when are you gonna break up with this girl? Like, she's not right for you. He'd just be like, I'm trying, man. I just need to make sure the timing's right. And it took him forever to do it. So when he came in my room and told me he actually broke up with her, I didn't believe him. I was like, you didn't break up with her. Like, you've been saying that for weeks. Like, you didn't do it. He's like, nah, dude, like, it's finally done. Like, I found my out and I got out. And I was like, good, man. Now I don't need to worry about you getting fucking kidnapped in the middle of the night or something. Little did I know my brother's relationship problems were only just beginning. Like, I thought that it was bad when they were dating. Oh, it's about to get a whole lot worse. So that night, fast forward a little bit, it's now nighttime. I'm sitting in my room doing the same thing I was doing all day, which was playing Xbox. And my brother walks in my room and he's like, yo, I'll be back in like 2 hours. I'm going on a date. I'm like, with who? Like, already, bro? Like, you just broke up with your girlfriend like 8 hours ago. What the hell happened? He's like, yeah, man, got a new date set up. I'm like, all right, dude. Like, have a good time. Have a good one. He's like, all right, man, I'll bring you back some food. I'm like, sounds good. And he leaves. Now, at this point, I'm home alone. My mom was out with one of her friends. My brother just went out on a date. And my other brothers already moved out of my house, so they didn't live there anymore. So I was home alone at this point. And honestly, at this age, I liked being home alone. Like, I just would chill and kind of eat junk food and play Xbox and do my thing, you know what I mean? Like, no one was home, so I could be as loud as I wanted. I could rage at COD all I wanted. I was pretty much just a carefree spirit at this point, right? And then, about 20 minutes after my brother leaves and goes on his date, I hear something outside my window. It sounds like footsteps. And I just kind of brush it off as like, okay, it's probably just the tree outside. We have like a big tree in our front yard, and sometimes the leaves will like brush up on the house. So I thought that that was the noise it was making. And then I hear someone try and open my front door. Like, I hear the doorknob turn, but it's locked, so it, doesn't open, obviously. So at this point, I immediately rip off my headset, tiptoe over to my window, and I peek through the blinds in my window. And I see none other than my brother's ex-girlfriend standing on the porch trying to get into my house. So I call up my brother, and he's like, what's up, man? I'm like, hey, man, your ex is on the front porch right now trying to get into our house. He's like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, yep, she is on our front porch trying to open the front door, but it's locked. Oh, she's walking away right now. She's going around to the back. Okay, I think she's about to try and break in, man. You should probably get home right now. He's like, fuck, I'm on my way, okay. So he hangs up, and at this point, I'm terrified because this girl is out of my sight now. At first, she was on the front porch. Now she's in the backyard somewhere, and that's where our back door is. That's where there's windows. Like, I'm worried she's about to try and break in. And then, as I think that, I hear footsteps in my living room. Yep, she got in the house. So at this point, I'm terrified. I'm just nervous. I have no idea what this girl's about to do, but she is in my house. She successfully broke in. I have no idea what her intention is, but I'm worried. So I stand up and I kind of like, slowly walk out of my room, walk towards the living room. I get out there and I see her standing there looking pissed off and angry. There's literal tears in her eyes. Like she looks so mad. And I was like, hey, what's up? She's like, hi, Austin. I think you should go back to your room now. I was like, this is my house. I feel like you're not the one that should be telling me where to go in it because you're the guest in this situation. A guest that just broke into my house, keep in mind. And she goes, yeah, I did break in. You want to know why? Because your brother is a fucking scumbag. And I was like, what did he do? And she goes, he went on a date with someone 8 hours after breaking up with me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, holy shit, like, how does this girl know? So I ask her that. I'm like, how do you even know that? She goes, Facebook. I'm like, of course it was on Facebook. Of course. So anyway, after she tells me this, she goes, get out of my way. And she walks around me and starts heading towards my brother's room. And she walks in there, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And she goes, causing damage for the damage your brother caused me. And I'm like, this is not the way to go about it. And before I can even finish my sentence, she picks up my brother's TV and smashes it on the ground and just shatters the screen. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. And she just starts breaking shit. I lost count of how many things she broke. But my brother walked in the house halfway through her breaking frenzy and runs into his room and sees her there and goes, what the fuck are you doing? And she goes, what are you doing? And she throws his broken TV at him and he has to duck and it smashes against the wall and puts a hole in the wall. And I don't think I've ever witnessed a more insane argument in my entire life. Like, it was intense, very just not fun to witness. So my brother ends up calling the cops and they come to our house. They stop this girl from breaking shit, pull her aside. They even put her in cuffs because she was clearly very angry and not being very calm. And they asked my brother, like, what do you want to do about this? You want to press charges? Like, what do you want to do? And he goes, no, I don't want to press charges. Take her home in cuffs and tell her mom what she just did. And that's what they did. They took her home in cuffs. I guess her mom was informed and they grounded the absolute shit out of her parents. But it doesn't end there. My mom came home like an hour later, and she walks in the door and walks up to my brother's room to like say hello to him, and she sees that it looks like a fucking earthquake just hit his room, and she goes, what the fuck happened in here? What'd you do? And he goes, oh, nothing, ex-girlfriend problems. And she goes, what? And I was like, yep, we gotta lock our windows, by the way. And she's like, what do you mean we gotta lock our windows? And I had to explain to my mom that this girl broke a bunch of my brother's shit, and then got arrested basically and taken home in handcuffs. Just a whole shitstorm of events. But yeah, it pretty much ended there. That girl did not come around our house anymore because I guess she got her anger out when she broke half my brother's shit. And she probably learned her lesson that if she did that again, she'd probably get arrested and taken to jail. So yeah, moral of this story is if you're angry at someone for breaking up with you, don't break into their house and break their stuff. I feel like I shouldn't even need to say that. It's pretty much common sense at this point. But still, yeah, don't be like my brother's ex-girlfriend. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story time. If you enjoyed this story time, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Pace on back, I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that, and the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'm a pace on